Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Explain 12. Today we're in the Toliss A340-600 at Short Final Designs Munich. We're going to be flying this long haul aeroplane to New York, the new Nimbus one. We've all updated on the newest version of the A340, which is 3.12 I believe. And this is the newest version of the Munich scenery, and then we're going to version 1 of the New York scenery. The New York scenery at the moment is quite heavy on frames, but it's flyable, looks really nice. So this early morning flight we're going to be taking, so the flight time today is 8 hours 40, we'll take some time off that. Our alternate is Philadelphia. Cruising at 330 to start with. From Munich we're going to be taking off. We're going to be entering Austrian airspace shortly after departure, then through France, across the British coast, right across Cornwall, then just south of Ireland, taking the sort of a middle Nats track across ahead over, we'll see land at Newfoundland, down past Halifax, Nova Scotia, into America, descending down past Boston, and then into New York. We're taking off of runway 08 left here at Munich, and at the moment the weather is favouring 22 left at JFK, but we won't put the arrival in yet, we'll update that shortly when we're in the cruise, getting closer. So without further ado, let's get the aircraft all set up. First of all, let's have a look around this lovely scenery. So Short Final Designs, or Mister X, fantastic scenery. It's got all the not interior this one, but the main terminal we're at now, it has the interior for an X-plane scenery, and the frames are fantastic. I mean, I've got 38 frames here today. So let's jump into the flight deck. Let's start this. So we're on external power anyway. IRS is to nav. No smoking. We'll put the emergency lights to arm. Nav and logo lights can come on. We'll start the APU as well. And then let's jump into the FMC. So we're going to edit reference EDDM / KJFK. Flight number is DLH 18 Yankee. We're taking how many packs are we taking? 413 packs. Cost index today of 180. Cruising at 330 to start with. We'll get that all loaded up into the Toliss menu as well, so we'll get loading preferences. We'll take an extra passenger because I can't get it to get the actual amount. It should be typable, like it should come up with a keypad for this. And then we've got the cargo today is 10.3, so we'll put 5 point something at the front. 5.3. Oh, I just added them. We'll do that, and then 5 in the rear cabin. That'll do. And then the block fuel today is 86.8. That'll do. And we'll do slow refuel, and we'll apply the settings. So if I go into the next page then, so we're going to go, so we are 237,000 tons, and the CG is 22.9, so really heavy today. Block fuel 87.4 will pop there, and now I've done that, I believe I'll be able to start the APU. And then we'll go flight plan, departures. It's going to be 08 left today on the altitude Quebec. So that one there. No transition. Insert that. And then jump on the airway here. Yankee 109. Via untex. Yankee 100. To the TRA. VOR. Upper Zulu 613. Back to the HOC VOR. Upper Lima 613 again. And we'll be taking that to ROTC. Upper Mike 164. And then that is to TRO. We'll insert that, make sure there's no discontinuities. Lovely, TRO. On the upper mic, 729 to Resme. Upper November 491 to LGL. Upper November 502 JSY. And then go direct to Lizard. Then Lizard, jump back on an airway to November 160 to Naked. On the November 84 then. To Lulox. And then that is direct to LSOX. LSOX. Denim. Oh. Denim. Yep, LSOX Denim. And then we're jumping on to the Nats track. Which starts, so the entry point is Denim. And then we're going to go 5220 north. Insert that. 5230 north. 5240 north. 5150 north. And then our exit point, which is Albury. And that completes our Nats track. So I think we're on the most northerly one of the most southerly Nats track, if that makes sense. So we're sort of entering land over the north of Newfoundland, just north of St John's. So Albury. Then we're jumping on an airway from Albury on the November 360 Alpha. So you can tell we've gone to America now because we've got all these really long winded airways. and that's to tops. What I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the arrival for 22 left, and I'm just going to keep it until a bit before top of descent, and then I'm going to have to look to see if the arrival's still, well, we're able to do it. And then we're going to go arrival 22 left, ILS 22 left, on the Parch 3 via ENE. Norton ENE is I think the transition. Let me just see on the. I don't think that is a via. I think it's only the transition. Yeah, there's no transition, no via, but we're going via ENE. Insert. Let's just have a quick look at that then. So if I go 20, then we go plan constraints. Yeah, so it's a right turn after departure, back on ourselves. Right, now we're over the Atlantic, Alry tops. Let's get rid of that discontinuity. Tops, Innie, Aspen, top of descent, Parch. Yeah, and then over the approach, but we'll probably vector ourselves back up and back round onto the ILS 22 left. That all looks fine. So let's have a look at the weather here in Munich. Perfect weather, and it's 110 on the QNH. Let's just make sure my everything's aligned. General settings. Sync apparel, yes. 110. And then we'll go up to 6,000 to start. So let's have a look at our performance. So let's jump back into the Toliss menu, and we'll go select config. So let's do flap 3. What's it saying for that? It's saying we can do it flap 1, saying we can do it, or flap 3. We'll go config 2. So for config 2 we've got 163, 173, 177, 2/up 3.6, and a flex temperature of 66. So flex 66, and that is the box completed. Pop the bleed on, turn these off, pop the seatbelt signs on. I think we've done refueling, haven't we? I believe so. Yeah, so we're ready to go. Just before we do pushback though, I'm just going to have a look on the charts to see where to put our fixed rings for the entry points. So Echo India Delta Whiskey is our first one. So that is, oh no, Shannon. Sorry. So Echo India November, and that fixed ring there. So that is 200. Then the next one after that is CYYT, and that's another 200. So now if I go back to plan, and do that, they should see that they match up. So Up, round. There's our one, and there's the other one. I think they should be bigger than that then. I don't know how big they should be, but that's our points anyway, Shannon and all. So, performance, pop that back onto arc, pop this down back to 10. We'll tell the Toliss all the stuff to clear off now. Ground services, off, 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 close all the doors. Close, I think that's everything closed. We'll enter into SAM as well and tell the jetways to disconnect. As they start pulling away. Really nice livery. This is the older Lufthansa livery. And we're going on 8 left, which is that one over there. So this is where we're taking off from. So I can set now plugins, better pushback, pre-plan pushback, and we'll go like that.
On to cockpit, plan acknowledged, call me through the menu when you're ready.
And I'll start
on
pushback.
to cockpit, toes driving up.
And then we'll turn all these off as well. Get beacon light on. On the speed brakes, we'll get that on auto. Pull this away as well, because we don't need that. The sim looks really nice today. Really nice. There is some livery problem here, but the rest of it's fine. It looks really good. So we're going to leave that.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect. Set parking brake.
Parking brake is set, I believe. Where's the parking brake on this plane? There, it's on. Release the parking brake now, jump back into the flight deck.
Now connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake's been released.
Starting pushback, and you may start the engines.
Lovely, so we've got a beacon light on, APU on with bleed. It's on ignition start. Give it a bit of time. Just get clear of the terminal, all the ground equipment, and then we'll start both the 1 and 2 engines. So I think that's clear enough, so we'll go engine 1 and 2. We'll watch them start. And engine 1 and 2 are coming online quite nicely now. And we'll start 3 and 4. Engine number 3 and 4 are starting nicely now.
Operation complete. Please set parking brake.
Parking brake is on. There's the auto trim kicking in. There's
Disconnecting
the hydraulics
stand by.
kicking as well. Go RTO mode. Taxi light can come on now. Go flaps 2. And then we'll put on the flight controls. Disconnect. So go full left on the rudder, centre, full right on the rudder, centre, go full left, centre, full right, centre, full forward, full back. All flight controls are free and correct. 3.5 on the trim, 3.6
Tower is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. I'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Disconnect the APU now, don't need that. Back onto ignition. There you go. Takeoff config has been tested and that is normal. So, when he shows us the bypass pin, we can set off. Bypass pin has been set and removed. We'll start moving now. So it's not the longest taxi, just straight all the way to the turn point and then left, straight down the backtrack down the runway, and then we're there. And then I think it's quite a long takeoff departure. It's straight out for 10 miles, then a couple of right hand turns brings us back over the airport. We should actually park taxi cam on. That'll help. It's one of the features of the Toliss. I think it's a really nice feature. I'm surprised they have it in, to be honest. It's a really, really good aircraft. It's probably the best long haul aeroplane for X-plane. This and the 76. Fantastic. I do like the A340 more though. I think it's really nice to have a 4-engine jet in the sim. I know the Fearless is a nice aeroplane as well, but it's just a bit too much hard work. But the videos I'll watch on how it looks and handles looks fantastic, so I might give that a try if enough people want me to. Here we go for a bridge. Hope we don't fall through the bridge. There you go, we made it over in one piece. Now that's a nice view. The wing hanging over, and then it's just a left turn here on this taxiway. and then follow it all the way down to the end. Just going through all the views that I've got set. Didn't know I had so many. That's quite a nice view there. We'll also take the cabin crew, sit down. They've done their duties. Turn the takeoff. Just preemptively getting some stuff quite ready. The scenery is really nice here though. Mister X does a great job. We are flying into Nimbus's new JFK, but I am going to buy the San Francisco from Mister X as well. I've got the Los Angeles. Some great sceneries. So yeah, so we can do some flying around America. I want to get the flight factor 767 400. I've got the 2 and the 300 in the freighters, and I've got the coupon for the discounted version of this, the 400, because I've got both versions, but I just don't see a need for it. And the videos I've watched, it just looks like they haven't done much to it. I mean, the cockpit's a bit different, and the exterior, but I can just fly the 300 and still get the same sort of thing out of it. So, and I'm hoping, I have got the autosave feature on this aircraft. It updates every 5 minutes that we don't crash. For some reason, I haven't tried it since my fresh reinstall, but I reinstalled the sim, took some hard hitting stuff out to see if I can lighten the load on the system to make it crash less, and I've narrowed it down, stopped the crashing, to the Fly with Lewis script and another scripts I had. So I've taken them out, so we don't have a landing calculator anymore, or landing rate calculator. Oh, is this that? Nope, it's a bit further on. Thought we just got to our point then. No, a bit further down. Just to the end. But over the Atlantic, I hope it stopped the crash. As soon as we get sort of out into no man's land, it crashes. But in the report, I've sent it off to some people on the forums, and they can't see why it crashes. It just crashes. It says there's just a system error. So that's why I've taken the scripts out. So hopefully now we can do long hauls and it won't crash. Fingers crossed. So, because it does ruin the immersion a bit, doesn't it? So I think we'll go to the furthest one, because we do need quite a long takeoff roll. I mean, what's our rotate speed? 173. Whoa. We'll use this one here. So we'll go landing lights, wing, strobe. We'll keep the taxi cam on until we're nearly, well, we're on the lined up. So, got ECAM no blue, all the lights are on. Turn on those here, so we're all TA only. Right, we are lined up. Turn the taxi come off. Cabin ready. So we'll go spool them up. Chrono. Flex. Forward pressure until 100 knots. Speeds alive. Man flex. SRS runway nav blue. Airbus terminology. 100 knots neutral on the stick. Bit of a crosswind, only 6 knots though. 140. V1. And up we go. Posse right gear up. Bit bumpy actually on that rotate, but we're up. Very nice to hand fly. It feels heavy. Feels real heavy. Turns and stuff. Climbing out. Nicely out now. I'm going to engage autopilot 1. Let the airplane handle itself. I'm going to go climb thrust, flaps up 1. The flaps automatically come in when it gets close to the red bar on this, so we'll wait for them to start coming in. There you go. Start climbing. 230 knots. As we go around the corner now, we disarm the speed brakes. Turn the taxi light off now. Runway turn off. I'm going to wait until we start actually accelerating again, which I think is just past here. 230 knots here. I mean, I wish they would do something about the ground textures, because I know it's forest over here and you know, agricultural land, but they just need to make it look a bit nicer. Explain to. So here we go, 6,000. Level off shortly. Hang on. Push. We'll go 3-3, which is our takeoff. So. Cruise. I go standard and flaps up. Flaps are up now. Release the cabin crew to start their duties. And we're climbing. So there's not much to do now apart from sit and wait until top of descent in 8 hours. So I'll leave you with some cruise highlights, and I'll see you when we see land over Newfoundland in about 7.5 hours. So I'll leave you with some nice views, and I'll see you in 8 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the flight deck. We've just begun our descent. Well, we're at 18,000 feet now, into New York. We've been flying for 8 hours on the dot. We're a bit delayed because we've had to change our routine a bit over the Atlantic. The weather did pick up in America, and it's gone, well, New York, sorry, it's gone a bit stormy. So they've changed the arrival from, so if you look at the weather here, so that's the updated weather. 180 at 19, the clouds that have changed, or I have changed it to the RNAV 13 left. So let me have a look at the chart. I've got it all numbered and everything, but they've changed it to the 04 left operations and right operations, so right for landing. But now they've changed it to .13, so they've changed it to 13, so we're doing the RNAV. So that's what it looks like in. So, and then we'll go to assault, Saturd, quick row, and then onto the arrival. So 29901. I think that's our. Is it 2991? Yes, correct. Okay. So turn the landing lights on as well. Seatbelt sign is now on. We're going to go low water brake. Actually need to change my decision height as well, so it's an RNAV. It's gone up to 550. Lovely. I'll actually go down to 6,000 now, which is where we want to be over. JFK VOR, I think it is anyway. Yeah, JFK, 6,000. I don't think we'll get there though. I think when we get to Robber, as we get closer, I'm going to vector myself round to assault. Anyway, so it's not the nicest here today. And put the wing lights on as well. And then let's just make sure our performance is all updated. 550, the wind is still, is it still the same? Ah, no, 180 at 21. So that's interesting. Gusting 30. Have they changed runways as well? Let me just check on a flight radar, see if we change runways again. Ah, they have. They're now doing 12 left. 22, sorry, the 22 operation. Still landing on the 13 left. Okay. With the weather a bit bumpy, and I was flying for this long, I think I'm going to change it again. Let's not do the RNAV, so flight plan. We'll swap it, so we'll go ILS 22 left. Departs, I reckon let me just pull the heading bug. It's gone into descent, yeah, and then we'll go via No, via plane. That's what we would have done anyway. Insert flight, and then Grail. We'll descend a bit more now. So I think we're still going to go low. Might need to hold actually. Or I'll vector ourselves onto it a bit better. 10 miles, yeah, we're not going to make that anyway. That's because we've changed. So I'm going to now pump the speed brake. We'll level off at 10,000. Well, we're not going to level off at 10,000, are we anymore? We go to 9. $240 will go. And then we'll get the landing systems on now. Landing system left and right. I think we can start putting the speed brake away now slowly. I'm actually going to pull the head in here. I'm going to turn right now. 050 degrees. And that's saying we will. Whoa, that's a bit excessive. We'll go. Is it 350? Like that. Well, actually, we'll go down to the 220. Go down to 220. We'll activate approach. We'll get a bit more speed brake out. And then we'll go 040. 1,000 feet per minute. And then direct. What's that direct there? Flight plan. Direct Rosley. So we're going to direct Rosley. I'm going to go flat 1. keep it there. Only descend it slowly now. Give ourselves plenty of time. I've got approach mode, haven't I? Yep. Approach mode is activated. Bit of rain now. There's the localizer coming in now. We are 20 miles away, so I'm not going to arm it yet because it will be a bit. It won't be as accurate. I'll arm it when we get to Rosley. And I'll descend on the glide manually until we get to Rosley anyway. So 10 tons of fuel left. We need our alternate changed as well, because in where we were going, Philadelphia or wherever we were going, the weather actually changed. It's not that nice anymore. So our alternate now is Boston, and we need. I think we need. Oh, let me just 500 feet per minute. No, it's still KPHL, and our alternate fuel is, if I can find it, just descend a bit more, it's 8, so we've got a ton and a half. I'm actually gonna arm approach now, second autopilot armed. Oh. Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2, flight director 1 and 2, and we'll align ourselves. There's the runway there, so I'm going to go speed check and bring it down to the flap speed, and then we'll go flap 2 shortly. I'm going to arm the speed brakes. I'm going to go flap 2 now. Speed check flap 2. Go down to 1 and 2. That's very aggressive. That seems very, very aggressive. We're doing 1100 feet per minute, unless that's what it's like in the real airplane, I don't know. Just seems very, very aggressive, that does. The speed's not coming down as nice as I'd want it either. However, we do have 10 mile. I might just add a half speed brake. Start bringing that speed down a bit. Oh! There you go, frames come on a reel. I think it's because we're actually loading in the airport now. Speed's coming down nicely. And I'm going to go 6 mile, we'll go. Get it down. Speed brake's on now. Can we see New York? Yes we can, there it is. Get it down. Manage speed. Next stage of flaps, cabin, forward cabin, cabin ready. And the final stage of flaps, that's full flaps. Just make sure QNH is still 2991. 29991. Lovely. Low water brake. Actually, up it will go, auto brake 2. Just realised, didn't do the landing performance for the new runway. We'll be fine with auto brake 2.
1000.
1000 checked, 2 red, 2 white. Lovely. That wind hasn't kicked in yet. Cabin is ready. I think I'm going to shortly disconnect and have a hand fly. I'm just waiting for the X-plane wind to kick in to throw the aeroplane about, but it hasn't come in yet, so I'm going to disconnect now, so it's my aeroplane.
Minimum.
Flight director off. I'm going to put the bird on. It's my aeroplane now.
400.
Continue.
$300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
We're going to miss this exit. We will get the next one though. 60 knots. Disarm. Manual braking. And welcome to New York. What a lovely flight. Great landing as well. We'll exit off here. As you can see, they've done the textures really nice here. We'll go, turn those off quickly, start the APU as well, turn all our systems off, APU can start, fantastic. So speed brake can come in, flaps can come up. Wasn't as windy as it said, but still a bit choppy at the end, typically explained with its realistic weather. Changing it up on us at the last minute, but got it down. Typical long haul flight though, changing the runway 4 times before we got here. We picked the right one in the end though. As we cross this runway, sorry, we'll turn the lights off. And I don't know what the terminal's called. I think it's 4. No, not 4. This is 3. 4. We're going to this one here, over here. Not the Delta one here, the one behind. Turn the lights off. Taxi light. Strobes can come off as well. Like I mean, the frames are quite good here for a big airport. I'm looking at the terminal now. I got 29. So I think when I loaded in early I was getting about 24, but it was overcast, quite low visibility, but now I'm getting 32 frames. I mean, that landing I didn't have a single frame drop glitch, or on the touchdown it can freeze on there. That's why I do like X-Plane a bit better than Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment. Anyway, we'll pop the bleed on and we will turn off the outer engines, save that bit of fuel. We are going a bit fast, I didn't realise. And we'll utilise the taxi camera for the this here. So this is still domestic. This is the terminal we want over here, or is it? is that the terminal? What terminal did we want? No, I think it is this one. No. No, it is that one. This is the terminal we want over here. And the real aeroplane parked around the back in the corner. Oh, what's this? Does the anti-skid come off? Okay, I don't know what's gone on there, but we've landed safe anyway, so I'm going to clear that. There you go. Is it just because they're hot? I think it's just because they're a bit hot. So, all we need to do now is park it up and we're done. Oh, I turned the chrono off as well. I think it was 8 hours 20 minutes. So we're a bit slow on schedule. I did keep it at 33 for quite a while. I think that's the problem. Slowed us down a bit because he said he wanted us to go a bit higher. And this is the terminal we'll go for here. Well, actually, no. It's this one here. Swing it round. It's really good to have a New York scenery next plane as well. It's been crying out. The Drazeki design one was just, it was old and it was dreadful. Try and line it up nice. I think that's quite nice there, so go with that. Engine 2, 3 off. Taxi light off. Cabin crew can be released. We'll turn the beacon light off and all the lights are off. Lovely. So, welcome to New York. So the frames, see, I'm getting 30 frames here, that's really good. Just before I leave you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do some replays. Now, it might crash. No, it hasn't. 2 hours 50. So let's pull it up. Oh, no. Not there. That's more like it. There. Let's have a look at this landing from the tower. It's got some the horrible lines on it. I don't like the way that it looks when it's further away, but here we go. Just rate the landing. That's a very nice landing for a long haul. Fly the nose wheel down. That'll do. I'm happy with that. Oh, not email. That's not. I don't want to pop that up. No, shift 2. That's the one. Let's watch it from here. Just a mammoth. I've got it down quite nicely. That's quite good actually. Bang, there goes the next wheel. and then we'll do a video with the airport in little replay, sorry, with the airport in the background. And I'll leave you with this nice replay. So once again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you want any more videos like this, please let me know, especially the long haul unexplained, because we haven't got many on Microsoft yet, so it's always fun to jump back and explain as well. Without further ado, I'll leave you with this, and I'll see you all guys in the next one.